Hi everyone, good morning. It's the 2nd of August, and we are ready for a live chat with my breast pump. As you all know, that we are. Oh, there she is. Hi, let me connect her. So, we are celebrating a couple of things this morning. We're having a lot of fun and exciting news. Yeah, it's new beginnings, it's new month, and it's a month, a woman's month, right? Because we're celebrating Women's Day on Sunday next weekend. And yeah, we are beginning a new day, and I'm wishing you a new beginnings, new success. I'm wishing you new health. I'm wishing you love. I'm wishing you peace of mind. I'm wishing you courage. I'm wishing you the ability to go after your dreams and believing in them. And I'm wishing you peace of mind. Hi.
Hi, morning, morning. How are you?
I'm good. Now the lighting looks perfect. Yes.
Yeah, we're just laughing because earlier I had like a sun in my
Yeah, you
eye.
had a little
Yeah,
bit of a
fun.
sun coming through, but now you look perfect. You look pretty, by the
Thank
way.
you. Thank you. Thank you. Morning, morning.
Morning, morning. I was just telling the audience this morning that and welcoming them to the new month. It's the new week. It's a new month.
Mhm.
We're celebrating Women's Day next weekend in our
Yeah,
country, South Africa, and just wishing them new ways, new success in life. It's the 8th month, and we are also celebrating Breastfeeding Week, which
yes,
started,
yes.
yes, which started last week, and it's gonna end, let's say, Saturday, if I'm not mistaken, or Friday, and that
Yeah.
is until the 7th of August. And yeah, exciting new beginnings, and exciting new month, exciting new information and insights. And we're sharing amazing things about the impact of breastfeeding in
Yeah.
the environment. We're talking about that today.
Yes.
Yeah.
So yeah,
So,
I was just busy doing all my social media for the next week, and I decided that, on my lactation page, there's
yes.
definitely not enough pictures of women breastfeeding.
Yeah.
So good luck. The next week is going to be action packed of just women and breastfeeding their babies, because that's actually all that, it's
Yes.
about.
Yes.
Um, and then, yes, so this week is World Breastfeeding Awareness Week. And in South Africa, we actually do a whole month of breastfeeding celebrations.
Perfect.
So you'll
Yeah.
see in South Africa, the breastfeeding week will continue and it'll keep going. But yeah,
Yeah.
so the theme this year for World Breastfeeding Week is about sustainability and how
Sustainability. Yeah.
breastfeeding is actually saving the planet, because that is really something we need to be aware of and worried
Yeah.
about.
Yeah.
Um, and it's something my kids talk about all the time. It's like, Mom, like they mention recycling, they talk about finding different sources of renewable energy.
Yes.
Um, and it's something that my kids worry about. It's really something at the back of their minds. They're being taught about it at school, and it's important that we also show them and address these issues with them. And
Mm-hmm.
that's why I'm so excited about now it being part of World Breastfeeding Week, because with breastfeeding, you don't
Yeah.
have to have factories. You don't have to have transportation, logistics. You don't have to have any of that.
Yeah.
Like
From an
it's right
environmental
there.
perspective, yeah. Yes. From
Yeah.
a
Yeah,
climate perspective,
absolutely.
yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
And
So, I mean, mhm.
no, I'm just saying that, and it's amazing that, and it's important that we instill that kind of mindset from the beginning, especially on kids, because when they grow older, they become better parents, and they will definitely become better community builders and better leaders, because they understand the impact, and it starts from home that we teach
Yeah.
such kind of information, or we share this kind of information.
No, totally. Because I must be honest with you, sometimes I just feel that, I'm just one little person with a little family. What can I do to make a
Yeah,
drastic change on this
yeah,
planet? And
yeah.
and somebody once said, you're responsible for the piece of earth that you are on. It doesn't matter how big or how small it is.
Yes.
And like making our own compost and doing all of that
Yeah.
is really important. But actually, just breastfeeding, the fact that I just breastfed my kids and I didn't buy tons and tons of formula
Yes.
has made a huge difference
That,
on the planet.
that
And
is.
and I think, like, it's important for both kids to know, like my
Yeah.
son and my daughter, because both of them are part of that.
Yeah.
Like when my
Yeah.
son grows up, he also needs to know the importance of breastfeeding, and he needs to be exposed to breastfeeding. And where else is he going to learn if
Yeah.
it's not from me?
If it's not
You
from
know?
home. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because he can't exactly go around looking at women breastfeeding. That's going to be a bit awkward. not,
Oh
not
yeah.
there yet in a society, but we're
Yeah.
not there yet. No.
No,
And
yeah.
yeah, that's another completely different conversation. But like, we need to teach our kids and start talking about these conversations of,
Yeah.
it's more important. It's yes, it's important for mom and baby, but it actually is making a massive impact
Yes.
on our our landfill sites,
Yes.
on production,
Yes.
on everything. So talking
Exactly.
about how. Mhm.
Yeah, no, exactly. And I love the fact that, when you're talking about the impact and the sustainability from a breastfeeding perspective, what I loved and what I learned, and which really stood up for me as well, was that breastfeeding reduces poverty, because everybody can afford it. Like, literally, you don't have to spend anything on it. Unlike, let's say, formula, you will spend a lot of hi guys. You will
Hi,
spend
hi.
you will spend in terms of money. Sometimes it's money that you don't even have as a
Yeah,
parent, depending on where you are in life. And I love that, because it offers everybody an equal opportunity to start life,
yeah,
whereby your wealth has nothing to do with it.
yeah.
Yeah, and where you come from, the different classes that are there, that sometimes we because people that are richer, for example, can afford formula and stuff like that. You, as the lowest mom in the community, in the location, go guys, you don't even have the money to go and buy formula every time. So breast milk is definitely an equalizer, and it helps in terms of poverty reduction.
That is so. I've never actually thought of it that way, and it's so true that breastfeeding is the equalizer.
Yeah.
It does not matter where you come from.
Yeah.
Breastfeeding your child is definitely the most natural, the most
Yeah.
nutritious, the most protective way to
Yeah.
feed your child. And
Yeah.
it really, yeah, and it really levels the playing field.
Yes.
It's also important to notice that you don't pay for breastfeeding, but the mother's time is
Yeah.
also very valuable.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
but I want to stress that I spent a lot of time with. Thank you. I'll answer that question now.
Okay.
Spending the time breastfeeding your baby isn't wasted time. It's
Yes.
bonding. It's really, really special and important time.
Yeah.
So yeah, like it does cost the mother her time, but it's well used time, if I can put it that way.
Yeah, definitely.
Um,
Because, okay, when you support a baby and you are emotional, you are connected with your baby, you raise your baby with love. you will definitely allow that baby the opportunity to spread the love that she or he has received. You know, you change the game of life basically. And I see a comment there. You wanted to tackle it, Kerry?
Yes, yes, sure, for sure. So there are lots of different reasons why people get mastitis,
Okay.
and it's definitely not something that is nice to have. It is very painful. Often mothers put on antibiotics, and just imagine your breast like inflamed and very sore. So number one is you can definitely continue to breastfeed if you have mastitis, and it's actually recommended because you need to get that milk flowing. You actually need to get the milk out of the breast because what's causing the mastitis is milk staying. So what happens is the milk is staying in the milk ducts and it starts to leak out of the milk ducts into the breast tissue, and then you get an inflammation, an immune response, and
Okay.
fevers and really uncomfortable, and it's terrible for a mother. So the
Okay.
most important thing is that we let that mother rest. No more housework. No more running around doing anything, no more work. You need to take
Yeah.
at least 3 days off and stay in bed unless you're hospitalized. Then you're
Okay.
forced to stay in bed. But you need to be in bed, skin to skin with bubs, and let baby have unlimited access to your breast. If
Mm.
you've got mastitis because of a poor latch or cracked or damaged nipples, you need to get a lactation consultant to help you sort that out because it's so difficult to get good milk transfer if your nipples are sore and damaged. So you definitely need to fix that. If you're not able to breastfeed directly for those reasons, then definitely pumping and getting the milk out. We need to start with that. And then wear my famous breasts. Sorry, I always have these available near me. So we can talk about breastfeeding. So what you need to do with mastitis is you need to actually warm the breast and heat the breast so that the milk can come out. Because what happens is if you're swollen, the milk can't get out. And I'm looking for a bottle. Yeah. Okay, so what we do is we fill up a baby's bottle with hot, very hot water. Obviously, put a lid on. I can't find one right now. And what you do is you start at the wall or at your chest, and you move forward to the nipple. So you're just really adding heat, and you press as what is comfortable. I don't want a mother to push and think if the harder I push, the better, because you can bruise yourself. So you're just wanting to get the milk going.
Yeah.
You can also do some massaging. So you
Yes.
can tapping like this. You can also, depending on how big the breast is, you can also do that. And then you can also do round movements along the breast. It's
Yeah.
difficult to see what I'm doing like that. So
No,
you're wanting to
nicely,
wake the,
actually. Yeah.
can you see nicely? So you want to
Yes.
wake up the breast. You really want that breast to go, okay, now. Then you let baby drink, or you can hand massage, a hand express, if it's very difficult, sore on your nipple, or you use a pump. And you get the milk flowing out. And you need to continuously do that to get the milk out. That's very
Yeah.
important. Once you've got milk out, you actually need to cool the breast down. So that's where that famous cabbage leaf idea comes in. You actually can,
Yeah.
you can definitely cool the breast down nicely, because what, like, think about it, when you swollen or you sore, you want to stop the inflammation. So that's what we want to do.
Yeah.
Ibuprofen is an anti-inflammatory which you can use safely,
Yeah.
but depending on how severe the mastitis is, you probably will need a antibiotic as well, but that you need a doctor for. So
Yeah.
so that's quite important.
Okay.
I'm just wanted to ask. I can't see who asked the question, but I hope that
It's
I've answered it.
it's Ansuri. The question was basically struggled with mastitis. Ne? Any
Hmm.
suggestions on that? Didn't want to stop, but was advised to stop. No. So we're
Okay. Yeah.
saying to Ansuri, do not stop. You just need to follow a specific process to manage
Yeah.
that. And
Yeah.
you also need to
Yeah.
rest. Definitely, you need to rest
Need
so
to
that
rest.
your body can reboot and you are a better mother at the end of the day. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So
Yeah.
lots of skin
And
to
we also
skin.
okay, sorry. Go on, Carrie.
So lots of skin to skin, having baby near you.
Yeah.
And then a cause of mastitis is often only feeding every 3 hours.
Yeah.
So it's not, so it's scheduled feeding. That is because it's stopping the milk from flowing. So
Yeah.
rather doing demand feeding, feeding a little earlier and getting that milk out of the breast, that's very, very important.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, thank you, Kerry. And also, I want to say that you also highlighted this during our breast pump session. So if you wanted
Mhm.
details, more details around it, you can also access on our chats. Just
Okay.
on my chats, you will see that we spoke about breast pump, and we also highlighted how you can massage your breast to be able to manage that flow of milk. Definitely.
And also how to use a breast pump properly, because if you don't
Yes.
use it correctly, it can also cause issues. Yeah.
Yeah. So we are still celebrating Breastfeeding Week, and we're talking exciting things with regards to how it impacts on the environment, and it also impacts on, we spoke about it impacting on poverty, it
Yeah.
impacting, the nicest thing as well, it also impacts on brain development. And children then have the opportunity to have a better mental health, or
Yeah.
mental opportunity to be stronger mentally. And we don't really talk about this a lot because we are so quick to say stop breastfeeding, go back to work, and forgetting that we can actually also have tools such as breast pumps to to
Yeah.
to help us with the process. Yeah.
So in my social media, for this coming up week,
Okay.
one of the posts is all about quality time. And
Yeah.
for me, I had to go back to work with my first child. And just coming home, and the first thing, because I didn't have another child, so it was quite easy, just coming home and
Yeah.
sitting down and breastfeeding. And that was just our way of reconnecting because,
Yeah.
we've been away, and
Yeah.
I needed to reconnect because
Yeah.
obviously my breasts were quite full and I needed them emptied, but also just holding him and just being in the space where turning off from work and just this is now family time. This is now
Yeah.
focusing on us two. And then my husband would come home later, but it would be like just us being together.
Yes, exactly. And I like you're talking about having skin to skin, and also having moments with your baby, and emotional connection there. It actually, when you give birth, they also recommend that you immediately do skin to skin, because it
Yeah,
helps with the flow of milk, and also the bond between the mother and child, because also
yeah,
you keeping your baby safe, because the only thing that the baby remembers is being in the womb and feeling your heartbeat. And when she or he is on your breast, immediately when she is born, for example, or even
yeah,
after that, even long after
yeah,
that you stop breastfeeding, they can still recognize your heartbeat. They know your scent. They know who, there's a lovely connection about emotional connection between a mom and a baby. And but ideally as well, I do believe that it helps with with their emotional state as they grow older. I do believe
true.
that. And yeah, I do believe that.
So I heard you talking about bonding and the
Yes.
smell. So I just have to quickly, for
Yeah.
little,
Yes. Yes.
we often talk about these breastfeeding hearts and how important they are. And you mentioned smell. So
Yeah.
how these work for NICU moms is you clean it, you iron it, you put it in a Ziploc bag, you take it to NICU, and you actually put it inside your bra so that when you
Yeah.
leave, you can leave this little heart, which smells of you for your little prem baby,
Yes.
to smell, and it's amazing how important smell is. So they don't actually smell the NICU smells; they still smell you, and they still remember you. So
Yes.
so that's really important. The whole skin to skin. So if you can't skin to skin, that's another way of doing it.
Yeah.
I saw that there was a question about tips for moms who want to breastfeed. So if you're pregnant, my biggest advice to you is find out as much as you can about breastfeeding. If you've never seen somebody breastfeed before, go look on YouTube for videos on deep latch or breastfeeding. But my recommendation is look for people that are lactation consultants who are talking. I always joke and say lactation consultants and healthcare professionals are a bit more boring than other people, but the information is really, really good. So definitely watch other people on YouTube. Get your partner to watch as well, because they are looking at you while you feed, and they can actually say to you, okay, I can see that the position is not quite right, like the baby is a little far from you or whatever. So if you've got your partner and watching at the same time, helping you prepare, that's very important. Number two is, if you can, talk to a lactation consultant beforehand, have a one-on-one session with them, ask all the questions that you are not sure about. That really, really helps. I've found with moms that I've done that with, their feedback has been, the nurses asked me if this was my second baby, because I just knew what to do. So that's really important. The skin to skin, as soon as possible, put your baby skin to skin. And it doesn't matter if the baby has been in NICU for the night and you haven't seen your baby, put them, and you get your baby after 24 hours, put your baby on skin to skin, because that's the way they're going to know it's you. Yes. And when they're ready, they will start to breastfeed. So very, very important. And then breastfeed on demand and as often as the baby wants in the first little bit. So because of COVID at the moment, you're not going to be interrupted by lots of visitors at the hospital. And it is sad, but it's also a blessing in disguise, because you get your rest, you get your sleep, and then you and baby can bond with dad. Hopefully dad's allowed to visit. But those are the main things. So see what good breastfeeding looks like. Find information out, maybe chat to a lactation consultant so that you get reliable information. One of the recommendations a friend of mine got was, if your baby hiccups, give them cream soda. Now, that is definitely not advisable. And she just looked at the person and said, I'm not taking any advice from them again. So hiccuping for babies is totally normal. It's their diaphragm getting ready. So we don't want to change that. We just love them through it. I mean, it's not as painful for them as it is for us. So you need to find your breastfeeding champion. So it might be your sister-in-law, your mother, or a friend that has breastfed, that encourages you and will keep you going. And then the last thing is believe in your body. Believe in yourself, because your body has grown this baby for however long. It might be 6 months and it was a prem, or 9 months or a little over 9 months. And your body has grown this baby. Your body knows that there is a baby. So it is going to then provide milk. And it takes a few days, and that's totally normal. And then your breasts get really full and really hard, and that's totally normal. So you need to learn what is normal and what is an outlier or a problem, like mastitis. And if you know what those are, then you'll know how to work around them and how to say, okay, this is normal. Totally normal that a baby does not sleep between 9 and 3 a.m. in the morning. That is normal. That is not a sign of not enough milk. It's not a sign of not enough milk. And lots of people go, my baby just won't sleep. They're waking up, they're hungry, but that is normal baby behavior. Yeah, there's something wrong with my milk, but actually total normal baby behavior. So if you know what those are, it just helps you to be more confident and more aware and more understanding of what's going on. And then also to forgive yourself and to say, sure, that was a rough night. I need that sleep,
Yeah. And I would like to encourage every mother that it actually passes. Like the baby will literally have longer hours to sleep, but the process of nurturing your baby, it can be a tedious one, but at the end of the day, it's a worthy one, for you and your baby, and you get to bond. I mean, I actually you learn a lot about your baby at that point, and you
Yeah,
learn about yourself at the same time,
very
how
true.
good you are, how resilient you are. You keep going and breastfeeding your baby even though you had a rough night the previous day, you know. I would like, yes, and I see a lot of people are I want to acknowledge you guys, and your
Yeah.
mom diary, hello, I see you. Wu Yi, I see you. Entlazama, I see you. The word SA. I see you, Terrence. I see you. Yeah, and
Mhm.
Suri. Um, Kasin Swakumund. Wow, that's Namibia. Wow. And
Yeah,
then I
yeah.
see you
I love.
guys. Thank you so much for joining. And we're having conversation around the breastfeeding week, and we're having fun in terms of, you know, talking about all our initiatives, and what sharing the most important insights about the breastfeeding in and the environmental impact as well.
Okay. So
And
I've
I
got
would
a
like to.
question there.
Oh, okay.
There's a
Yes,
question. Sorry,
go
sorry.
go for it.
Um,
Go for it.
it's the question is, how does one know if your breast milk is drying up? So
Uh,
that really depends on the age of the baby.
wow.
Um, so signs of not true signs of your breast milk drying up. So if this is happening, it doesn't mean your breast milk is drying up. So if you have been breastfeeding and your breasts feel empty and soft, that is not a sign of
Yeah.
breast milk drying up, because the way the breast works is that it has to be empty to fill up again. So the
Yes.
more you emptying your breast, the
Okay.
more you're making milk. So a
Wow.
sign that would say your baby's not getting enough milk would be your baby isn't growing
Mm-hmm.
well, and it depends on the age of the baby. So in the beginning, we're looking
Yes.
at 200 grams for the first 200 grams a week for the first 3 months, and then eventually by 1 year it's only 75 grams. So the rapid weight gain drops off. Um, well
And the
done for
baby is
breastfeeding so
5 months.
long. Yeah,
Yes.
fantastic.
Well done for
So
5 months, we.
very good, very good. So, if your baby is having less wet nappies, if you're not seeing those 6 to 8 wet nappies a day, and I actually did a talk on Babies 101, and I took a nappy and I filled it with 60 mils of water. So I poured the water in, and I felt how heavy that nappy is. That
Yes.
is considered, so 60 mils of water in your nappy, it doesn't matter the brand, that weight is considered one wet nappy. So this has got 60 mils of water in it, and it doesn't even look like it's got
Yes,
anything
this
in.
is.
So
Yeah.
yeah, but that's a wee nappy. So this is actually a wee nappy. So you need to measure it and see, is my baby still weeing enough? Is the urine looking yellow, and is it smelling? Because if it is, then it's maybe not enough milk the baby's getting. Another
Wow.
thing that a baby will start doing is when they're on the breast and they're not getting enough milk out, they'll either fall asleep or they'll start screaming at you, and they'll be like, where's the milk? So they'll be drinking nicely, and then they'll be bobbing off or pulling the nipple, or just showing that there's something wrong. So what we recommend in those situations is that the mother does a breast compression. So while the baby is attached, you press on the breast, so you're actually helping the milk to flow. So that could be, those could be signs of that there's not enough milk. But definitely I would look at weight gain, number of nappies, and is the baby becoming fussy at the breast.
Yes.
If you're
Definitely.
worried that you do not have enough milk, number one, skin to skin. Spend more time with your baby. And when I say skin to skin, I mean baby is naked except for a nappy, because we don't want
Yes.
accidents. And mommy's chest is completely bare. There's no bra in the way. There's no tank top. There's nothing like that. So even in this weather, your body will keep your baby warm. So you could put a little blankie on the outside, but between you and baby, there's nothing. It's just your skin. That's what skin to skin means.
Definitely.
Um, yeah. So that is very important. Skin to skin helps with milk supply. And then breastfeed on demand. If you are worried your baby's not getting enough milk, breastfeed, breastfeed, breastfeed. If maybe your baby is fighting you at the breast and you're struggling, then maybe express or use a pump just to get that milk flowing again and to up your
Exactly.
milk.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And one tip I got as well was that I was also in the same state, I think last year, whether I was producing enough milk or not, or is it enough? And one advice I got was that for you must keep on breastfeeding, you must keep on breast pumping so that your milk can flow, and then
Yeah.
that's when you produce more. And it works. I mean, it re-emphasizes your point that where there is emptiness, they need to be refilled. So as long as you just empty your milk, your breast by breast pumping, then you will produce more. You still produce more.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
And also remember, at 6 and 7 months is probably the most milk you'll be making
Yes.
in a day, because thereafter they start to eat food. So in month 7, they're not eating a lot of food, but thereafter they're actually starting to have solid calories.
Yes.
So if you can make it to 6, 7 months, you're actually on the home straight.
Yeah.
Then breastfeeding is very important still, but it's not. It becomes less and less a calorie
Yes.
nutrient intake because they're getting the food elsewhere. But
Precisely.
it's still bonding. It's still immune factors, and there is energy and there is calories from it. Yeah.
Lovely. No, thank you for that. And for everybody else who just joined, hi, Madeline. And Stitch, hi, welcome. And we're talking about Breastfeeding Week, the importance of sustainability development and climate impact as well. And I
Yeah.
would like to also share that in terms of breastfeeding, I remember my mom also told me that she breastfed us for about 8 months more, and
Mhm.
I'm still breastfeeding at 17 months basically. So one thing that she mentions is that I breastfed you guys that long and you guys never really got sick. And
Yeah.
that's what I'm seeing with my daughter, and that you're not spending too much money into going to the hospital because your baby is sick, because they're not getting enough nutrition, or they are short on certain important vitamins, for example, because breast milk literally gives the child enough vitamins and nutrition that they need. And
Yeah.
and it goes back to poverty. It eliminates poverty because you don't even spend too much money going to the hospital.
And you don't have to
Yeah.
take time off work. Yeah,
You
you don't
do
have to
not
take
have
time
to
off
take
work.
too much
Yeah.
time out of it. Definitely, that is so true.
Yeah.
That is so true, because
Yeah.
your baby is nutrition. It has enough nutrition. At that point, you are able to focus at work. You can continue working as a working mom if
Yeah.
you prefer to. Yeah.
No, definitely. And I really want to re-emphasize this moment that we're in now with COVID. The research is showing that to continue to breastfeed for as long as possible with this pandemic, because if the mom gets COVID, the antibodies is then passed on to the baby. So yes, the mother will have to wash hands and mask up and do all of that, but to continue to breastfeeding during this time is so, so, so important. So if you're considering stopping, I would highly recommend and try motivate you to push through and to continue breastfeeding for as long as possible.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, I definitely, and we got this week and this whole month to celebrate it, and we will be encouraging you to continue doing that.
And then I
And
wanted to also add something else, because a lot of us are at home and because of the situation that we're in, and we can't go out to work, and we can't leave our babies at the moment.
yes.
A lot of moms are finding that they've got extra breast milk in their freezer.
Oh,
And I
yay.
really, yeah, I really
Yay.
want to encourage you to become a breast milk donor, because
Yes.
those little prem babies need your milk so desperately. And if we can fill up their freezers and not ours,
Yes,
that
yes,
is ideal. So to become a breast milk donor, you go onto the South African Breast Milk Reserve.
yeah,
There's a form that you fill in, and because it's a bodily fluid, just like blood, you
yeah,
need to fit certain categories. You need to have they have to check certain things, and
yes,
they'll do an interview with you, and they collect the milk, they organize everything. So if you do have like a massive stash of milk and you know that you're not going to use it, keep some for baby's bath or something like that. That's nice. But if you can donate it to the prem babies, it would be amazing. And it's
yes,
something that you're doing. It's like
yes,
this resource. It's saving it's saving babies' lives. It's getting those prem babies home sooner. Because I'm seeing a lot on talk on groups that I am with prem babies is that moms are having babies with NEC, which means that the gut is actually dying and it has to
Oh
be
my
removed. So
God.
those babies, we want them to get home, we want them to get better. And if the mother's not able to produce enough breast milk herself because of her complications,
Yes.
then we can give milk. And by giving breast milk, we actually reduce the risks of those prem babies getting NEC.
That.
So like
Mm,
it's just like a stopgap. It's just to give those moms time to recover from their experience
yes.
physically of
Yes.
how they had to give birth and whatever the circumstances are, because a prem baby is a difficult birth. Something's gone
Yes.
wrong, you know.
Yes.
So those moms need to recover. They need to get their milk supply up. And if we've got lots of donated breast milk, more babies can get it, and it just gets those babies home faster. And that's what we want. In COVID, we don't want anyone in hospital. We want them to get home as quickly as possible.
Yes,
So
exactly. Mm,
by
mm.
donating your breast milk, your excess breast milk that is packing up that freezer, filling that drawer,
Share it.
but
Yeah.
share it. Yeah. Give it away, because that mom is going to, I mean, that mom and that baby pair, they need
Yes.
it. They don't just give milk to anyone. You know, the mother really has to need it. So,
I really love this initiative, Carrie, because I think it has never been spoken a lot about, and it could literally make it easier for another woman and a child, because you're empowering families, you're also empowering women and the children as well. I remember when that thought came into my mind about donating breast milk, is that there was a lady whose child at birth passed away, and she decided, look, instead of just stopping with the whole process, the only thing I can do and share is my breast milk, and also I'm making my child who has passed proud of me, and
yeah,
contributing and helping other ladies, other women. And
it's
I
beautiful.
remember, yeah, and there was also another incident where I read a lady had breast cancer, so she couldn't feed her baby because her breasts were removed. And that also rings the bell that some mothers out there cannot breastfeed, but we can.
Mhm.
If you can breastfeed and have more milk in your freezer, you can donate that and helping the
Yeah.
mother with cancer, or who's unable to breastfeed a baby at that point. Yeah.
Yeah, that's so. I'm trying not to get a tear in my eye, because I mean, it must have been
Yes.
so difficult for that mom, but also so empowering for her as well to help.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah. No, definitely, because at the end of the day, you are helping them with throughout the process.
mm,
You are contributing to the nutrition, the brain development. You are also preventing poverty at the end of the
yeah,
day. So I
yeah,
love that. I
yeah.
really love that. And I love the fact that we can actually donate. And the other thing you spoke about is those hearts, and I want to just highlight to the people.
These
Yay,
ones, yeah.
the Premi heart. I just want to highlight it
Gonna-
all over again. Yes, there's the heart that Carrie is showing there. You can actually donate some money for us also to donate it to the kids that are in ICU, the babies that are in ICU, because they can't stay with their mom at that point. They are, they are weak at that point in terms of bodily strength. The mom can't be with them for a very long time, and that those hearts are basically a scent to them, to remind them who their mother is, the
Yeah,
bond.
yeah,
Yeah, to bond again with their mother. And also, Carrie, you also shared your some post about prem babies and the mothers going through the difficult times of bonding with the
yeah.
baby. And I thought of this initiative that you are involved in, and we can help you. If people can donate, we can help a lot of families to still be connected with their kids, to
Yeah.
be connected
So,
as a family. Yeah.
so the place to do the donation is to go to the little Instagram and to
Yes.
do a DM, direct message to them.
Yes.
Um, and they actually only cost 10 Rand a heart. So they're not
Yeah.
expensive.
Yes.
And I know that Steve Biko Hospital, they got a donation, Kalafong Hospital, and then individual mothers who request it, they also get hearts delivered to them as well. So
Yes.
it is such a beautiful initiative. And I mean, 10 Rand a heart is nothing for the amount of work. And also the to get it to the moms is also quite expensive. So it's just 10 Rand a heart. It's really basically just to help um, fund the program. So yeah,
Yes.
so the mommies get a little card, they get information on how to use it, how it's important, and yeah, they get these little hearts. And it's absolutely beautiful. Such a lovely idea.
I love it's such a beautiful idea, actually. Such a beautiful
Mm,
idea. No, thank you guys. And I see Vui saying, wow, never knew you could donate. We'll check it
yeah,
out because my baby seems to hate the taste of my frozen breast milk. It happens, Vui. It happens.
it does happen.
No, thank you so much. And then hi Poppy, and that's she's saying that's beautiful. Thank you for joining. And James, thank you so much for joining us. And we're talking breastfeeding week, the importance of
Mhm.
of breast milk and breastfeeding in sustainable development and also in the climate or environment. Yeah.
Yeah.
And yes, you want to also talk about your mama magic.
Oh yes, yes, yes.
Yeah, let's
Yeah.
talk about those.
So Mama Magic is one of my favorite shows to do. Unfortunately, this year we can't do it. But at Mama Magic, I have met the most amazing moms. And we still actually like chat and like have cool conversations and it's really awesome. But I'm missing the moms. And so this weekend is a Mama Magic celebration. And they have like we've got really big specials on through the Mama Magic celebration. So if you're looking for a very good quality breast pump at amazing prices, then you need to look at our websites, which is www.mybreastpump.co.za, and you go to the shop and you'll see the Mama Magic specials. It's really highlighted. But
Okay.
basically you get the finesse pump with a bag and bottles and a whole lot of extras, or the ultra with a breast bag. And I'll be surprised if you can find a better price pump for what you're getting. Yeah.
Yeah, and I must say, Amanda breast pump, amazing. I love it. I literally just put it on my breast, and I just continued looking at my daughter running around. I didn't even have to hold it for it to for it to do its proper job, and I'm actually loving it so much.
Awesome. I'm
And
glad.
this, yes, I'm enjoying it.
Cool.
Perfect. And then anything else, Carrie?
I
Oh,
think that like yeah.
yes.
I think that we just need to fill all the social media spaces with
Yes.
breastfeeding this week and
Yeah.
celebrating um, the fact that we can breastfeed and the fact that we actually saving the planet by doing so and
Yes.
all the other benefits that go with it, you know?
Yeah,
Yeah.
no. I think let's spread the information. Let's educate. Let's share our insights. Share your journey as you are breastfeeding as
Yeah,
well.
for sure.
And say, hey, this is what I'm going through, and enjoy the process, guys. It doesn't really last that long. Like a year just passes by so quickly, and your baby is
It
all
does.
grown. You're like, where did the time go? Enjoy
Yeah,
the process. Yeah.
yeah,
And they're gonna grow older, and you also growing older, but this is a precious moment. As much as it can hurt and it can be difficult in the first few months, it's a beautiful process that needs to be enjoyed. Remember that. And
yeah,
it benefits you and the baby and the family as well. You get to know
yeah,
yourself better as a woman. You get to know yourself better, fully, and as a mother, as a wife in the house, and as a nurturer. You really grow as a person. Yeah.
and I
And
also want to,
just okay, sorry.
no, I just wanted to add that, you know, if you are struggling with breastfeeding and you're not finding it as comfortable and as beautiful as everybody else is saying, that's also okay. You know, you need to you need to tell people that this is not feeling like you describing it. Like this isn't like it's hurting me. It's not nice or whatever. And then from being able to say that, you can get help, and then you can fix that relationship because not all breastfeeding is that beautiful, rosy experience. But if you get help, you can get it towards that, which I think
Yeah,
is quite important.
definitely. Yeah,
Yeah,
just don't opt for stopping to breastfeed because of certain, because you didn't get
yeah,
enough information and the help. And Carrie is a
yeah.
lactation consultant, guys, and you can literally call her and contact her and ask her
Thank you.
information. And she can visit you or, give you a Zoom online educational as well. Yeah.
Yeah, sure,
All right.
definitely.
Lovely, and we are talking, Mrs. South Africa. I have
Mm-hmm.
partnered with my breast pump, and I'm in this journey to be crowned Mrs. South Africa.
Yay!
So so I am a semi-finalist, and I have a beautiful partnership with Carrie, and this process has been amazing. It has opened doors for me in so many ways. I love the fact that I am able to give to women. I'm able to connect with women like Carrie, even yourselves, people in my group, in my semi-finalist contestant group. We
Mm-hmm.
connect so well together, and you grow as a person, and the process is amazing. Like, I wouldn't trade it for the world. It's hard, trust me, it is hard, but the process that is empowering. And we don't call this a beauty pageant anymore. We call it a woman empowerment program, and it's definitely that, because you grow from an emotional, spiritual, and also from a physical point of view as well. And
Yeah.
we are involved with a number of I'm involved with a number of initiatives or
Mm-hmm.
NGOs. One is Mata Abana. We donate food and toys and clothes to kids that have been abused, because unfortunately life doesn't treat us fairly as people as we enter this world. And they had the the bad side of life experience, and at a very young age, and we are able to give such clothes or toys or advice or something to lift them up, to build their dignity again, because I mean, it's traumatic to go through the abuse
Yeah.
as a child. So me and the girls and Mrs. South Africa, we are involved in that. We give clothes, and if you want to donate, please do contact me, definitely, and I will pass it
Awesome.
through and share it, in terms of that. And I also work with the Women for Women initiative, whereby I'm an organization which is part of the Mrs. South Africa, whereby we donate clothes. We also give childhood development programs, for kids in it could be older kids even, who wants to enroll in the education of that childhood programs.
Mm-hmm.
The other time, I remember Bridget mentioned that they had to go find clothes, because literally there were babies during COVID who were sent home without being, like, wrapped in a towel without clothes. So she also, that really touched my heart, and I was like, no, you know what, we really have to give more. And I'm continuing with that initiative, whereby
Awesome.
giving clothes to kids and donating clothes to kids or toys, anything, because our babies grow. So whatever it is that you can share, if from your home perspective, please, you're welcome to share it with us. So do contact me if you need, if you can be able to donate clothes as well.
That's awesome.
And yes, and I am also involved with the amazing basketball team. Ideally, I felt in love with the story of my cousin with regards to basketball, because ideally in our communities, to tell the truth, we are there is a lack of interest in sports, and maybe
Mhm.
because from household perspective, we don't encourage kids to take part in sporting activities, and there's lots of crime in the location. You know, kids make decisions that detour their lives for a very long time. You understand, and because they don't have the information, they don't have the support, they don't have activities that develop them and challenge them. So I partnered with Razor, a basketball academy, and we donating techies, sneakers, because
Awesome, yeah.
yeah, a lot of kids basically they come from an environment whereby they're not well off, and sometimes going to take part and being involved in sporting activities is difficult because it is expensive. You have to have
Yeah.
attire, you have to have techies, you have to you also have to travel, because
Yeah.
it's a sporting activity. um, and also they are involved in educating kids, about childhood development and how to better themselves, that those kind of programs, and I'm involved with that. And yes, if you want to donate anything with regards to schooling, like stationery, because even those kids, they come from an environment whereby
Yeah.
they don't even have some material to go to school and use to go to school. Stationery and also sneakers, daddy sneakers, those expensive ones, Nike ones that he doesn't want them anymore in the closet. Please donate them. So ideally, yeah, I would need help in terms of those initiative as a Mr. South Africa semi-finalist. And also I wanted to share what's coming up on this coming Sunday.
Mhm.
um Carrie, I was contemplating whether I should share this or not. But ideally, but ideally for me, I think sharing it is the most amazing thing, because I believe that I have the support of the people out there. I do believe, and I'm really thankful for that. The process of sitting here and chatting to everybody and yourself, and
Mhm.
merging, having a partnership. It's amazing. The program has been amazing in terms of Mrs. South Africa. Um, there you become your better self. You have the mentorship, you have the tools to better yourself as a mom, as a housewife, as a businesswoman. You have sisterhood, people that support you, that build you. You build each other, you challenge each other,
Yeah.
and
I've seen that.
in a positive, yeah, in a
I've seen
positive
that with you
way.
ladies, yeah. Mm.
You challenge each other, you build each other, and it's a program that for me it's godsend. For me, it is a program that is so relevant right now, especially with the coronavirus. A lot of businesses have taken a downturn, and you
Yeah.
find yourself asking yourself, how do I stand up again? A lot of people are retrenched. How do I stand up again? And being in this program for me has actually uplifted me, and it allows me, or encourages me, to dream again,
Mhm.
to find an oomph,
Yeah.
the oomph to go on again, for my daughter, for people out there, for the initiatives, the NGOs, the people that are, even yourselves, Carrie,
Mm.
as well, because you are encouraging me to build this empire I have in my mind, that I
Mhm.
dream of. And by doing that, I'm also helping you, as or even everybody out there. So I guess I'm preaching about this because it's so close to my heart. It's been a reward, a spiritually, emotionally, and physically rewarding process. And on Sunday, we are finally, exciting news.
Mhm.
We are selecting the top 50 of Mrs. South Africa semi-finalists. Yes.
Yay! I'm super excited.
Yes, I am so excited. We'll be going for interviews. Yeah, feel free to give me those tips for interviews, but we'll be going for interviews, visual interviews. And yeah, I would say that thank you guys for being here. Thank you guys for being in my process. Thank you for being part of my growth, because
Yeah,
this is amazing. And to be able to put myself out there and take that risk. You guys really do encourage me to do that. It's not
yeah.
easy, I must
I
say.
can
Yeah,
imagine.
it's not easy. But I think because of the power it has to impact the communities, to
Awesome.
impact those, you know, we talked about the little parts of communities that we can make an impact on. We might not change the whole world, but the
Mm,
fact that we can change that corner, that
mm,
you know, we can open that piece of window in a room for somebody else.
yeah.
That's enough. That is enough. And the power that this process has given me, and I'm also believing that it's giving everybody else and yourselves that opportunity. Yeah. So
No,
yes, guys, please keep voting. Ntabi saying Mohane to 35959 and vote, vote, vote. I really love you guys for being here and holding my hand and supporting me in the process. Yeah, and I'm excited. Top 50, here we come. We're gonna be positive. Let's throw in positivity. You know, yeah, you know, and
definitely.
empower ourselves even more. And be excited about life. And it's going to be on Women's Day. We're going to be celebrating women. You know, let's pop a champagne for getting to this far. You know, yeah, because we are
Definitely.
pushing ourselves. We're getting there. Um, we are strong. We are enough. We are beautiful. We will change the world. Definitely.
And that's
Yeah.
what we're seeing, aren't we? We're seeing that women are
Yeah.
changing the world. Yeah, yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Well done.
And we should celebrate that.
Definitely we should. And I also want to challenge Poppy. I saw a comment that she said is I only breastfed for 3 months. I wish I could have breastfed for
Oh.
longer. But Poppy, I really want to encourage you to change the way you say it, to say, I really wanted to breastfeed and I did for 3 months.
Ah.
I'm not sure if it was 3 months, but whatever. So to change it to say, I wanted to and I did, because you did. You breastfed for 3 months. And that is a lot longer than most women do. So if I can challenge you to just change the way you say it and turn it into a positive
And
statement, because
celebrate it.
celebrate that you did breastfeed, you
Yeah.
actually breastfed for 3 months, and that's a long time. So if I can challenge you to change the way you say it, yeah, if I can be that cheeky,
Yeah.
ask you to do that.
No. Yeah,
Yeah.
and also
Mm,
it's like we're not downplaying women. We shouldn't, you know, we're not downplaying women who breastfeed lesser than 5 months or 2 months or something like that.
mm, mm.
We're saying celebrated the fact that you even tried, and
Yeah,
you saw that, you know, it's not working for whatever reason. You tried. You made the
and you
initiative.
did.
You supported the
three
fact
months
that
is a long time to breastfeed. It is. It's
it's a
long.
long time. It's a long time, and it's a beautiful achievement, and let's celebrate
Yeah.
that. Oh, lovely! Thank you so much. This is such a beautiful chat, and I see that Instagram is telling me that I got a 1 minute left. So thank you guys. Poppy, yes, impactful initiative by Bowie. Yeah, Mrs. South Africa. Definitely great. Absolutely well done, Queen, and all the best. Thank you so much. And well done to you. Poppy's also on my is a in our semi-finalists for Mr. South Africa. So we are for the race. Great Queen
Yeah.
indeed as well. And yeah, let us thank you guys for joining. You guys are incredible, and you must have a beautiful breastfeeding week. Encourage
Yeah.
somebody to do, even at the workplace. If somebody comes back and they have kids, keep on motivating them to breastfeed. It's very
Yeah. Help them.
important. Yeah, yeah, help them to
Yeah.
do it. And yeah, any last word, Carrie? I keep on saying this, but anything that you want to say, you want to,
Just
yeah,
enjoy the week
yeah.
and post as many breastfeeding photos as you can.
Yes,
Yeah,
exactly. Yeah,
yeah,
and you can share it with us, and I'll pass it also to Carrie.
yeah.
So that we can encourage each
Tag us.
other too. Yes, and tag us. Yeah, and all the
Awesome.
best. Happy Sunday, guys. Thank you for joining today, and you have a blessed day. Run your race. Keep smiling. New life, new beginning, new health. Beautiful. A day, a beautiful week, a rest, and empower yourself.
Bye.
Lovely. Thank you guys. Bye
Cheers, then.
bye.
Bye, bye.